that's what I'm going to have to do. She said that she said that has sold some items recently and that her hobby is helping us financially. So I should be doing more at home too. That's very interesting way to say it, right? My hobby is helping us home financially. Dude is saying that the wife ain't pulling her own
Wait,
financial financial
wife,
weight.
wife. So he saw when she was his girlfriend. He saw it happening and do nothing. He thought, let me wife her and maybe she can change. I guess
Yeah. Well,
he went into
so
the
the story
wall.
is a bit different than that, and it goes as
Oh,
follows. So
okay.
both of them are around 40, and they've been married for 8 years and have three kids, 9, 7, and 4. And the dude says that my wife is a stay-at-home mom, has been ever since our first child was born. I work full-time and I'm blessed to make enough to provide a quality life for our family. We live modestly and I'm very conscious about living above our means. By that I mean we don't live paycheck to paycheck, but we also don't take yearly family vacations. Don't buy designer items, still use hand-me-downs, etc. My wife has been stressed this summer with all three kids at home. When the two older ones are in school, she's fine. But this summer has been very hard for her. I've adjusted my work schedule to allow me to spend more time and go home to give her time for herself. So, dude has even the possibility to leave work for a bit or leave work earlier to be at home in order to take care of the kids and leave the wife, give the wife some breathing room because he identifies that the wife has some problems. So when I'm at home or I take the kids on bike rides, go to parks, swimming, fishing, etc., she has used the majority of this time on her hobby, which is crafting. She has an entire room dedicated solely to her hobby. She will sometimes sell some items she makes or takes on a specific project for a friend or family member or the odd person from the internet. But sometimes I feel like she spends more time and effort on shopping for materials than she does actually crafting things. In short, there's no way her hobby has brought in more money than she has spent. Last week was an especially busy week at my job, and I was unable to flex my schedule to help at home during the workday. My wife complained to me that she needs more help at home and that I need to figure out ways to give her breaks. I told her that I'm doing the best I can, but my job keeps the roof over our heads, and if I need to be at the office, that's what I'm going to have to do. She said that she has sold some items recently and that her hobby is helping us financially. So I should be doing more at home too. That's very interesting way to say it, right? My hobby is helping us home financially. But anyways, she told me it's basically become a part-time job for her in addition to taking care of the kids. In other words, she's saying that this is an important thing for her.
Mhm.
So I'll continue. I asked her to tell me exactly how much money she sold the items for, and then looked up our most recent credit card statement to see how much she spent in the same time frame. This guy is a logical guy, KR. This guy is like, okay, just numbers don't lie.
They never.
Even with selling those items, she spent hundreds more on materials. Her excuse was that not all the materials were for the items she sold, but for other projects as well, ongoing projects, I'm guessing.
Mm.
I told her that her crafting isn't a job, but a hobby, and it's not helping us financially. I told her that I'm glad she's selling items and spending time doing something she likes, but using that as an excuse to claim I'm not helping her enough is disingenuous at best, especially when I've taken extra steps to take on more childcare. She told me I was being a jerk for diminishing her contribution to our family, and I told her that is exactly what she did to me first. But at least I'm getting our family to a net positive financial situation. She is still mad at me and still thinks I need to do more to help at home. Is he wrong, KR, for basically
she's
telling the wife?
asking him to do her job. So they have agreed up on the task both will do. One will do. I assume he's also doing the garden. He's doing the mowing of the lawn. I guess he's also doing the part of taking out the garbage and making sure the cars are working they are using. Maybe they have 2 cars, maybe 1. At least I would think they probably have 2 cars. So he's doing all those tasks, and he now also has to do the majority of chilling with the kids.
So I think the problem here is that the wife is bored and want to do something, and she found a passion project. So the solution that would be a win-win for both of them is to find a way that the wife can do the passion project while not financially harming the family. Because it's not an issue of the problem that the wife is saying is a problem. I don't think is the problem. Some people will say that I'm mansplaining. Those people are probably not subscribed to this channel. But in any case, the problem is that
She's switching up.
as a what did you say?
She's switching up.
How so?
She's switching up. So you agree on a way of working, right? You agree on a task. And I agree with you where you were going. But she's switching up. That means that's the first phase of the next what will continue. She's bored. What do women do? I'm not gonna say all women that are married. He's stepping back. I'm gonna say something crazy. What do people do when they're bored? They'll try to find. It starts with crafts and then it ends with wood.
Woodwork.
Yeah, woodwork.
I don't know. I don't agree with you.
You don't agree with me. You don't have to agree with me. It's.
I'm saying. Yeah. I'm saying.
Either
no, what I'm saying is there are situations
maybe in a month or so, 2 months, 3 months.
Yeah, so I'm saying there are situations where that might be the case.
She's not happy with it.
But then the boredom has a direct cause, which is the tension between the man and the woman. But and I don't think that's the boredom that we're talking about right now. I think the boredom she has is purely like she wants to do a passion project. She wants to do something else.
Yes.
But it's not really the person that's the problem. It's more like you want to do something for yourself.
Yeah.
The problem is that they have had for 10 years now a ecosystem that works. And now the woman wants to change the ecosystem.
Yeah,
and the guy seems willing to help with changing the ecosystem because he's making time to go help out at home with the kids. But what happens when you want to change the ecosystem? When you take out an animal, for example, in nature that eats certain other animals or eats certain other plants, it causes a disbalance, which will balance itself out eventually. So I think right now the solution is, I believe, for them to say, okay, let's budget let's create a budget for the passion project.
That's not the problem, though.
It is, don't you think?
The problem is, he just said it. The problem is she's saying he's not spending enough time with the kids. That's why
No.
I said she's switching up.
Yeah, but not spending enough time with the kids for her. So to take the
Yes,
kids
but
off her
even if you
hands so she
budget,
can do other things.
yes, but okay. If let's say you budget the amount she's spending, she still wants to spend the same time with whatever she's doing. She's spending more and more time on crafts and less on the kids. So he has to fill in her part of the job, which
Yeah, but
will
this is a
harm them.
classic. Yeah, but this is a classic case. So they're not fighting about the same thing. That's the whole point. So the guy is not the man and the woman aren't fighting about the same thing. The woman wants to do her passion project
More.
more. The man wants to be financially healthy as a family. Those
Yes.
are the two main problems. So the woman needs time for the project,
More
and
time.
more time, and what's standing in her way of doing that is the kids.
Yes.
And the man wants to have a financial balance or a healthy financial situation for the family, and what's standing in the way of that right now are the expenses of the wife. So they're not fighting
Not only
about
the
the same thing.
expenses. Not only the expenses, the fact he has to spend more time with the kids as well.
No. The what? Yes, I agree. But I agree with what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying. But this is, to give the analogy, there's like a classic anecdote about two people fighting.
That is true, though.